What's going on there, y'all? This is Thor. Do a little side shot. There we go. You already know what time it is. It's time to start talking about protein. What is a protein? Let's get that right to the mix. All right, now a protein is a building block. Now, with a protein, there comes amino groups, acid group, and a hydrocarbon side chain. Do you really need to worry about all this stuff? Not necessarily. However, I can't really talk about protein without bringing up these three. If you picture your DNA slots on in, the way I was always taught about protein was obviously it's the blocks that build up the wall. Now, your carbohydrates are those workers that takes the protein and puts it onto the wall, while your fat is the mortar. Do you need carbohydrates to build muscle? No. However, it does help out with glycogen, water retention, which can make you look bigger and stronger. Am I the biggest fan of the ketogenic diet? No, not really. I'll dive into detail, hopefully, in a different video with that. It's made of one or more chains held by hydrogen bonds broken by heat, acid, and alkalides. Now, there are 9 amino acids in one protein. So, 9 aminos in one protein. You have to be careful because a lot of these protein powders, amino spike. So all the aminos are not necessarily there, and you're actually not getting the right amount of protein you need to get in. So spend money on a good protein powder. Don't cheap out too much at Walmart. All right, I know Body Fortress can be cheap. Yes, I choose it every once in a blue moon. If I'm quick and right to it, need some protein right away, and it's super late at night, I go to Walmart. However, you might want to scoop a little bit more just to make sure you get everything in. Now, when it comes to getting all 9 essential amino acids, it is easy if you eat meat. However, if you're a vegan, it tends to be a little bit harder. What you're looking for vegans, rice and beans, contain all 9 essential aminos that come from a complete protein source. All right, so it's a complete form of protein. There are 20 amino acids in total. Now, how much protein do you need for hypertrophy? If you're natty, 0.8 to 1.2. Especially if you're getting in carbohydrates, you really don't need that much protein. If you're getting in next to no carbohydrates or very low carbohydrate intake, you could up your protein a little bit more to 1.4. If you're cutting weight, you do want to be on the higher scale of things. If you're on the lower scale and you're getting carbohydrates in, you can get away with 0.8 to 1 gram per pound of body weight. Enhanced, now when you're enhanced and you're on drugs, we all know what this is, okay, your PEDs. 1.2 to 2 grams seems like the safe bet. From my personal experience, it seems when I start getting up to the 2 gram mark, I pretty much start eating whatever I can eat to get all my protein intake in. I'm 230 right now, so eating that much protein is 460 grams of protein. It's a lot of calories to take in. I personally like to sit between the 1.2 to 1.5 category, and I won't go up more than that. What are the types of protein? You have animal protein and you have plant protein. Animal protein, we're going to consider our whey, our casein. Animal protein, we're going to consider our whey, we're going to consider casein, egg, chicken, beef, etc. Now, when it comes to the plant protein, obviously our soy, our peas, our brown rice, our chickpeas, etc. It keeps going down that list. The things I like to eat on hand are the following. When I'm out for a long day and I'm out there and I'm selling stuff because I'm a salesman, that's what I do for a living. Tuna packets. I love the tuna packets. Right over here, 80 calories. You got 14 grams of protein in there. Cheese sticks. I'm a fan of cheese sticks. I try not to eat too much dairy. However, I am a fan of cheese sticks. Cheese sticks are phenomenal. There's 6 grams of protein. They're still low calories for the most part. I like to eat them throughout the day for a very quick snack. Just peel off and eat. Canned oysters. This is the next one. Now, for a lot of people, I get it. They're not that much of a seafood variety. However, they tend to be on the lower calories, the higher amount of protein. It's 170 over here, and it's 11 grams of protein. I consider it a very tasty snack they can eat straight up. The next type of protein I like to get into, you're gonna consider me more of a fish guy, sardines. I love sardines. And make sure when you guys eat these things, the canned food, you gotta drill them all, you gotta drain them all out. All right, but this is a great way to get 24 grams of protein in. Just as simple as that. Canned chicken, you guys can mix this with mayonnaise, mustard, throw a little bit of seasoning on it. Obviously do the light mayo. This is a great way to get a lot of protein in too. Always make sure you keep an eye on the servings. 44 grams of protein, and it's only gonna be 240, it's only gonna be 240 calories. All right, you guys heard that? 240 calories, that's it, 44 grams of protein. Next up, we have our beef jerky. I love beef jerky. I'm a big beef jerky kind of person. I love this type of stuff. It's easy, it's right to the punch, and it gives me a lot of protein in a very short time period. Now, we have something that a lot of people tend to sleep on. This is amazing. It's having a real meal. It's quick. It's right to the point. Guys in the military, you understand exactly what I'm going to say. MREs, you can buy them on Amazon. You can have an MRE heater, a little bit of water. You can cook in the car while you're literally driving around. I love these damn things. That's another way to get a there's another way to get a lot of protein in a very short time period while on the go. You can also just eat them right out of the container itself. Last but not least, I throw up here, obviously there's a bunch of other stuff we can throw up. Protein, you have your protein shakes, phenomenal. Obviously, you're gonna carry a protein shake with you. You should be. Especially if you're in the meantime while you're working. If you do like a construction job or labor job, you can always take sips while you're working. That's a great way to get your protein intake in. The great sources of protein are going to be the following. Fish, you got all your omegas, you got a lot of great macronutrients, including the oysters. You have selenium. Selenium is great for the heart. Same thing with the fish rolls with EPAs and DHAs. You have zinc. Zinc is phenomenal when it comes to testosterone levels if you're a natural, and it helps out with your fertility a little bit along with the selenium. They call it a natural aphrodisiac for a reason. Next up, we have your meat, your eggs, all right, and your beans. The beans are the magical fruit. So, beans, phenomenal too. They're very high in protein, but the problem with beans is they also tend to be higher calories, especially if you're getting canned beans. Glad to get right down to it. Everything we talked about is what is the protein, the essential aminos, and we talked about how much protein you need, natty, enhanced, and protein types. Almost forgot, very last one, Fitbit. All right, get the good old powdered peanut butter. I love these guys. You can chop it up with some celery, get some celery, chop it on up, mix a little bit of water if you want to do it real quick, bring it off in like a Tupperware. It's a great go-to meal, very low calories. You'll see everything right over here. 50 calories per serving with 6 grams of protein. This is another go-to of mine. I appreciate you guys watching my video. I'll see you guys next time. You already know what I'm talking about, baby. Let's get it in.